Papa Kalea, that's the Papa Kalea house. Got my grandma over there, got my grandpa over there. They're deceased. And look at that little boy. You think that boy ever thought he would be standing on a stage?
You can't see him, you're sitting in front of him.
This guy right there. Yeah.
You need to move over.
Papa Kalea, that's where I got my start.
Dude, come on.
Oh, sorry.
There you go, yay!
Sorry. Graduated McKinley High School. Yeah. Tiger, where's the tiger? Where's the tiger in the house? Oh yeah. Hail McKinley, hail. Woo! Check this brother out. I wanted to make something of myself in my life. So I get out of high school, I go to UH, and I'm bored right now. Learning in school is really boring. It's not like this. I don't get to hug all the girls and do the fun stuff that we do here. You gotta sit there and just listen to information rather off by an old person. And so after 2 years at UH, I dropped out and I said, I gotta make money. I need to make money. And I got the rude awakening as soon as I went to the job market. Who's going to hire this guy that has no skills, no degrees? It was pretty bad. And when eventually I ended up doing this, got into getting a warehouse job. And I saw these trucks on the road. And for the first time I said, wow, I wonder what it would be like to drive these trucks. I said, I would feel really powerful in these big trucks. And I wanted to feel powerful. But there was no trucking licensing at the time in Hawaii, believe it or not. So I had a problem. I want to be a trucker, but you got to have a license to be a trucker. I'm stuck. I found out that there was a trucking school in Gulfport, Mississippi, willing to do whatever it takes to make my dreams come true. Are you? You know, if my training meant I had to leave Hawaii, go all the way to Gulfport, Mississippi, which was a very prejudiced place at the time. I'd never seen KKK, Ku Klux Klan. I'm from Hawaii, bro. These guys are hated big time. Burning cars, it's like, what? I went right into the heart of that. But I was willing to do whatever it takes to live the kind of life I wanted. I was just going to talk about it, so I did. And there's that young man over there wearing the palaka shorts. It was like, where are you from? I look like an alien to them. Because you have black people, white people, and you have me, and I'm like, look the way I'm dressed. And no one I get a tank top, and I get the slippers too. You guys get all this like steel toy. That's how I was driving the trucks. I eventually graduated, came back home, and landed a job with the Teamsters Local 996. Movies. That was it. That was heaven. How many of you guys know about the movie business in Hawaii? You guys know Big Talak. I did Blood Orchids. You guys remember that movie? And how beautiful was that movie? The Nazi case about the three local brothers. Yeah. I got to learn all about that history. It was really cool. So I was a truck driver for that. And I thought, this was it already. I got my dream job. I mean, I could die like this. And back then, in the 1980s, I was making $14.58 an hour. That was union rates. Then we had overtime, double time, triple time, and gold time. I was like, wow, this is amazing stuff. Union take care. And I'm meeting all the stars, and I went, wow. I went to drive the truck, park it, and that's all. I remember I went to Kopoi, so I opened the doors and trying to help carry the equipment. Hey! Put that down. Right? Union rules. You gotta cruise. It's cruise, bro. We pay you just to drive. So I park the truck, open the gate, pull up my chair, and sit down. And I got this big pin chest, and I go, oh, I'm gonna retire doing this. Until I found out how hard getting the job was I had connections, I had pool. So guess what I did next? Desperate again. Real desperate. You gotta be desperate to do this. You guys reading myself on that board?
Ground floor opportunity.
So I go, I gotta make money. They were between movies, so they were shooting, and all the drivers between movies they would pick unemployment. So I go, man, I gotta work. I gotta make some money. So I went to the T section, truck drivers, truckers, didn't have anything. I went to D, drivers, didn't have anything. So I said, let's go from A, go right to Z, I gotta get something. Right there in section A, AAA opportunity was an ad, something like this. No experience necessary, boom. On commission only, people. You guys know what that means? That means I went from sit down, do nothing, get paid, to if I don't sell, I starve. You want to talk about extreme change? How many of you think I got it right away and I started just kicking butt? Wow, no faith. I didn't that bad, huh? Yeah, the truth is, I struggled. I went in there and I said, there's no way, I can't do this. I can't door to door. What if one of my friends see me? Isn't that no shame? I'm not going to do it as a brother. What are you doing here? Just music jumping by. How you doing? What's that you carrying in your hand? It's vacuum. I just bought them. Oh, they're really ridiculous. Oh, Sheen! Remember Sheen? They asked? I don't like they asked. So how one guy that don't like they asked going to do sales? Not a good formula. So guess what happened? I went to work every day and sold nothing. I leave out early in the morning, and more worse, I go to a meeting with a bunch of crazy people that look like the church doing all this kind of singing and clapping. And I was a runner back then. Like a local to the max. Trying to be booked. Well, most don't have like this. So I come in, I get the knees, you see how I was dressed over there? I go to these meetings and they get this song come up. Man, I wish I had them. I wish I had it. Da 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 da. It's 20 kind of song too. So I clap it, da 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 da, and these two Italian guys come on the stage and da 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 da. There you go. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Do we sell a Kirby? Yes, we sell a Kirby. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Sell a Kirby now. Wish I said Kirby, wish I Kirby, wish I said, wish I said, wish I said all the Let's take that out in the boom club. Kirby was shining. Here we go. Jingle bells, morning, good night. Even demonstrate short of the part. Ho! Jingle bells, hello, Kirby, fight. I said, these guys are crazy! There's no way I'm going to do this! That's corny as hell! Somebody can do all my Hawaiian music, Hawaiian, and they didn't think us do this every day. So I'm like in the back of the room like this. Not me. I came here to just make some money. You're not going to get me through this. So I know what it's like to be like this. But eventually I said, I'm going to be like this and stay broke. I'm going to start doing what the people get money doing. That was the choice I had to make. So after I suffered for like 3 whole weeks, going out there every day, getting rejection after rejection after rejection, I finally gave up. Okay, I'm going to do what you guys do. Hail, hail, it's gonna grow me now. money, I take the position. Guess what eventually happens? Bam! I get promoted. In 1989, I take that sales position. I struggle. In 1990, I attend a Tony Robbins seminar. That changed my life forevermore. This big, tall dude with all this energy started to teach me about selling. Selling is not all those things that these people are telling you. There's all these other things that they're not telling you. It's about the emotional state that you're in. This transference of energy. I go, wow. I was too busy trying to make a perfect presentation. And I wasn't able to transfer my enthusiasm because I was too caught up in saying the right words. So I wasn't effective. After I went to the seminar, everything just blew up. My sales went through the roof, and eventually, bam, I earned the right to have my own office. And I wanted to, where do I get this office? I landed in California in 1994. And it's interesting because if you look on here, some of the people are in this room that was actually helped me to start my organization from scratch. And that's me, by the way. This is Brother Stu right here. He just went out the door in shame. Stu, come back. This is my brother Paul, who's right now DJing. That's my brother Paul right there in the back. Set up the sound today. This is my brother Dan right here. This guy is sitting right here. That was scary, man, starting your own company. How many of you guys started your own business before? Raise your hand. Scary, huh? Scary. So many things you have to learn. Started up in 94. The office started growing. Look how many hands in the room now. Recruiting people. Check this out. You think I was proud to be Hawaiian? What's that right now? I think Hawaiian fans. Get my punching bag right there. Back here, you never know, get weights. Was pumping the weight. Gotta still work with a big body. So success or failure, the choice is yours. This is the meeting that we ran every day. This is how I learned to do what I'm doing today. Eventually this thing became big. I realized, oh my, I have a gift for this. People respond to me when I do what I do. And it was translating into the growth of our organization. To such a degree, boom, this is what eventually happened. That's me in a large room and with people, and I'm doing my thing, and I became the speaker to speak at all the major events. There's a little insert here, record setter. We sold 855 of these bad boys in one calendar month. Wow. You guys know how many that is? You know how much a serving that can cost? Where's my math person? Figure that one out. Yeah. So imagine 800 something of those, and we sell them for a couple thousand each. Yeah, so you get an idea of how much halal came into the doors that particular month. As a result of which, I got all kinds of honors and stuff and wonderful things. I got to travel the world and doing a big business is serious business. Look at me, bro. I had to go figure out how to look important. I'm a little boy. What do you expect? I had to milk it. So I had to learn how to wear a suit and tie. Yeah, just in case I forget my name, I got my name over there. These are all the Tony Robbins mastery certificates I have on my wall, making sure everybody knows, hey, I'm educated, okay? So this is good old days. I've had many seminars. One was the Kiyosaki. Today, you guys are going to be hearing from someone that is just absolutely amazing. Her name is Sherry Tree, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about her, but she is a record breaker. And she's right now, Sherry stays with the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, Sir Richard Branson, who's a billionaire. She's traveling the world with some of the top people, and she has graced us with her presence today. Now, initially, my seminar was going to run from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And someone came up to me on stage and goes, wow, when I first heard it was 9 to 2, it's like, oh, long. But once she understood that, wow, this is fun, now she's excited about it. You just never been exposed to it. You thought it was a 9 to 2 lecture like school. Yeah, I'll be bored as hell. I couldn't handle 30 minutes of that. But what you guys are going to learn is powerful, impacting, moving, and transformative. So, this is a bonus that I'm throwing in for everybody. And if you are in sales, you cannot afford not to be here. I'm here to tell you, you got to up your level of skills. If you are in a relationship, you cannot afford not to be here. Because she's going to teach you about the 4 personality types and how everyone responds differently. And that's for the people, I understand. All the AA people in here was just chatting, oh yeah, let's hug, let's move, let's dance. And then we had some of the blueprint people, right? Like standing on the wall, right? Hey, wait, you got to draw a diagram. How to do the hug right now? What is this? Too much, too high, too low. I get it. And it's all good. So, she's here, and I just want to introduce her to you guys. She's sitting up here in front, and we're very honored to have her. And she is from the islands as well. And amazing things that she's doing. She's, again, making such major impacts. Multi-million-dollar earner. But I'd like to just recognize her right now before we move forward. Sherry Tree, would you please stand, Sherry? Thank you guys for your patience earlier this morning, getting it set up. There's more people that came than we anticipated, which is a good problem to have. But as this bonus, we're going to extend the seminar to beyond 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, to 4:30. Make the arrangement. It's going to be worth it to change your schedule. If you have to make a call or text, or during lunch, do whatever you got to do. I'm here to tell you, otherwise you're going to pay a lot of money to see her. And you're going to get a lot. So I just want to encourage everybody. It was a last minute thing, but it's like wonderful things that happen in life. Sometimes it happens when you least expect it. And so this is an unexpected gift that's being given to everybody here with no extra charge. So you're getting additional training. I want to training, so please, stay for that. She's also been invited to talk at Harvard. I mean, you got a pretty much have some. Hey, I never get to talk from Harvard yet. the alma crab syndrome. Hey, come back down over here. What about me? Influence in my life. To give you an idea, I've trained under so many people, and I just tried to put a little collage together of some of the people that's really influenced me in what I learned and what I apply here today. It stems everything from, Tony Robbins, you can see him there. And Les Brown, Sherry's also trying to be Les Brown. So Brian Tracy, Deepak Chopra, Jay Abraham, Master, marketer there, of course, Bruce Lee. Some other things of training, Jesus, absolutely. The teachings are priceless. And we got a bunch of people up there, just a little sampling. Some of the people I've trained under. So we all stand on the shoulders of giants, as they say. People that have come before us that have taught us to set the precedent. So it's not that I'm a genius in any way, shape, or form, but rather I'm smart enough to listen, as we would say in our business, and dumb enough to follow through. So be smart enough to listen here today and dumb enough to follow through, and you might just trip over and achieve success as well. Success has its rewards. Remember this then? Back then, I think these tickets, I paid $600 for this ticket. I think Troy got it for me. This was the first heavyweight title belt at Staples Arena, and I said, I got to get it because I'm a big fight fan. And I said, I don't want to go alone, I want to go with some of my people. So I put up a contest, and these 2 guys won it. These 2 guys were world record sales people. My brother Dan is a world record sales owner in our business of selling vacuum cleaners door to door. If you can sell vacuum cleaners door to door, you can do anything. Right. In fact, I recommend every parent in here to send your child to Kirby Boot Camp. You want to talk about humble pie? They're going to come back really loving you when they realize how hard it is to make money. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious. Every child should go through the Kirby experience. It builds character. Guaranteed. And he might just take it to this level. So there we are. Both these guys to the left and right of me end up becoming major sales record breakers. Driving my dream car. I got to finally get my Porsche, dreamed it out, dreamed of. That's my office in the background, a huge 5,000 square foot office. This is my third office. This gentleman right here, his name is Jerome Diaz, immigrant from Israel. This guy was homeless. This guy could not sell a Kirby if his life depended on it. And when he did it unethically. Got into trouble over and over and over again, lying to customers to get the sale. You guys never done that before, have you? Exaggerated the claim. You know, this thing will do the dishes for you. And eventually he heard my brother speak, I think it was, on stage, wanted to find out, man, what is he doing? I want to know. Where does he work? He works for Ray Johnson. Well, I need to work for this guy. He got the permission and authority to come and not work in my company because that wasn't authorized. His distributor didn't let him go, but he did ask, can he learn from me? So I invited him to attend my meetings. He attended every one of my meetings every day. He would drive an hour just to attend my meetings. And as a result, I ended up mentoring him. This guy went from broke and homeless to owning 5 homes, bought his Porsche, wearing Hugo Boss suits, and doing all of that. That's the kind of mentoring that I've done. I've been doing this for a long time. Just give you an example. So he's driving a Porsche. The guy in the middle is my business partner. Very, very successful man as well. Okay, so here's the question. Why do so many